Hi friends, it's Lauren Taylor. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today. I'm really excited to share with you some new products from Popsiclesticks. I know this is usually my Fandom Friday video, but it's been a crazy week, but also Davina is dropping a bunch of these products I'm sharing today in her shop on today, Saturday. So it kind of works out because you can actually shop these products, and I will have her shop linked down below. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I just really support her 1,000%, and you should shop all of her amazing stamps and dies. But I am using the House Pride and Crest stamp and die set little collection, which has this adorable stamp set with different words. And I'm going to make a larger card. It's kind of like I think it's an A7 card, but it is 5 inches by 6.5. No. Yes, 5 inches by 6.5. And there's these new layering die sets that she has called Admit One A7 layer dies. And I love this size. It's like slightly smaller than that 5 by 7, and it layers so well with A2 dies. So you can get these dies to just add into your collection for a little bit larger than A2. I'm also going to use her easel with alphabet die set just to do some die cutting. But I have already started here stamping some of the images from the House Pride and Crest stamp and die collection. I stamped the banner on some yellow cardstock and then stamped the word. I'm going to say it. Forgive me, Popsiclesticks, if you watch this later. But I stamped the word Slytherin in the yellow, and then I also stamped the snake image with alcohol marker friendly black ink on my Express It cardstock. And I'm going to use my Olo markers to color it in. I did the die cutting before coloring just because I wanted to get all my die cutting done and focus on putting my card together. I did a ton of die cutting with the Crest die, and then my sentiments as well as my background from the Admit One die set. And I did all of that die cutting from pitch black cardstock and a shade of green cardstock from Cardstock Warehouse. I did kind of like a shimmery silver cardstock from Paper Source. And then I also have an Echo Park Witches and Wizards collection, and I used the green plaid to cut out my background. So you'll see all of that here shortly. I'm just doing some simple coloring. I went back and forth on if I should color this snake to be silver or green. But I decided to go with silver so it looked a little more crest-like rather than green snake-like to represent the house. But I think I could have gone either way. So I'm using cool grays to give it that silvery look. Once I am all done coloring it in, we'll move on to assembling the card. So like I said, I did a ton of die cutting before I remembered to hit record. I was getting all my die cutting done like I normally do, and then I started stamping. So I did stamp that banner off camera, but I remembered to come back on and record. So now all of my pieces are put together. I have my card base. Again, it is 5 by 6.5. So to cut my card base, I just take it 8.5 by 11. I trim off 1 inch off the 11 to make it 10, and I trim off 2 inches off the 8.5 to make it a 6.5, and then fold it in half. I know it sounds complicated when I say it out loud, but it's a great size. I don't know. 5 by 7 makes me nervous, but once I got these dies and played around with it, if you saw in my backpack video I did the other day, it really made me excited and happy to work on a little bit larger than A2. And the fact that you can layer A2 dies with this is amazing. But I really wanted just to feature Popsiclesticks today, so I'm only using the products that she has in her shop for my dies and stamps today. So this ticket shaped die cuts out a frame and an inside. So I cut it twice, once out of black cardstock to get the border, and then again out of that green plaid paper to get the inside. And I just glued those right onto my card base. And now I'm going to work on putting my crest together. Now I die cut the outline die out of black, and I'm going to use that to be the base of how I glue my crest together. But I also cut out the detailed crest die out of that shimmery silver cardstock, green and black, although I did not end up using any black. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I thought I would be safe and just cut it out of all three colors, but I end up just using the silver and green to add in my pieces. So I'm getting that frame put onto the background piece, trying to get it as centered and straight as possible, and went ahead and glued that to the black. And then I'm going to layer in some green and silver stripes to be the, I guess they're not really quadrants, but the quadrants of my crest, so that bottom left and top right. So I'm going to pull out all of the bottom right ones first, and I'm going to go every other stripe. So I'm going to start with green in the corner and then move on to silver and then green again, and etc. till I fill in that part of the quadrant or that part of the crest. And then I'm going to repeat that process a little later, but off camera on the other side. So that little corner, the top right corner, I'm going to do that same pattern. So I'll go ahead and get those stripes in. I don't want to show you the whole thing because this video, I got it down to about less than 15 minutes, but it took me a little while to make the card. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to make these, maybe make a couple at a time. I could have made another set, because just go the other way. Instead of starting with green in that top corner, I could have started with the silver, so I should have made two. I haven't thrown away my scraps, so I will probably make another crest because it's sitting right next to me as I do my voiceover. But that is how I filled in the stripe parts of my crest. And then for the kind of more star shimmery parts, the other two, I am going to use just the green and pop out all of those little stars from the die and then glue that in place. I thought about paper piecing the black stars into the design just so it was nice and flush, but I decided that I didn't want to do that. It would have been a lot of work. But I did get those glued in place again, bottom right and top left. I think it would look really nice to put those black again, so it looks nice and flush, but that would have been another half an hour. So my crest is done. Again, I'm going to save all those pieces. I'm going to figure out another crest design with them and maybe just have some fun play with the leftover pieces that I have. But let's move on to adding the flourishes. This is the part where I think I struggled the most. I wasn't really sure how to put these flourishes on, like in the design I wanted, that I was envisioning. So I did my best. I think it looks pretty close to the crest. I had it open on my computer next to me to try and compare and see if I could get it to look kind of similar. So I think I did an okay job. I like how it turned out, but I could definitely use some inspiration to put these flourishes on for my next card. But I'm putting together the little kind of like knight's helmet piece for the crest. And there's 3 pieces for that, so I layered those together. And then I have this part, which it looks like a mustache to me. I don't know if it looks like a mustache to you, but I like it. And I'm putting that on the top of my crest. And then I added the 2 smaller pieces, just kind of like extensions of that flourish at the top. Again, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do them. I probably am gonna have to message her and be like, did I do this right? But you know what's great about this is that it doesn't matter because it's your project and you can make those flourishes, or I can make my flourishes however I want. I like how it turned out, and that's really what matters. So while those are drying, I was trying to envision my layout because I also have my die cut sentiment that I'm going to add to the card. And I'm going to do year of the, and then the bottom will be the, I hate saying the name, Slytherin, the bottom part, the house that this crest belongs to, because I wanted it to be kind of like Lunar New Year and it's Year of the Snake, and I thought, how fun would it be for Year of the Slytherin instead? So I am putting the year of, because the letters are kind of large and they're not going to fit all the way across for Year of the. So year of is going to be on the green plaid background. So I laid it out so I know it would fit using my grid mat or the grid on my glass board to help me get it straight and centered. And then I'm using some repositionable mint tape to pick up all my letters, and I added liquid adhesive behind them. And then now I'm gluing it to my background. I let it sit for a little bit, but it wasn't long enough because you'll see here my E kind of pops up here, and I have to just stick it right back down. But if you let it sit for a bit, the glue will start to dry and it will adhere to the background, and then you can slowly peel up your repositionable tape to make sure that it is straight and in place where you wanted it. Now, I didn't have quite enough room for as you can see here, the crest takes up a lot of the space, so I'm going to layer the word the on my crest instead. But I was debating, did I want it above my snake? Did I want it under my snake? And I decided to go with under. So I did the exact same thing, got it nice and straight, put my repositionable tape and glue on the back, and then I'm using my grid to try to get it as straight and centered as possible onto that crest. So I didn't let it dry at all, but there's only 3 letters, so I was able to hold it with my hand a little better and then just made sure it was placed exactly how I wanted it. Now that that's on my crest, I'll go ahead and grab my adhesive, my tape runner, and I'm going to glue the crest onto my card base. I thought about popping it up, but I'm going to pop up the snake and my sentiment, my yellow banner along the bottom instead. So I'll just go ahead and glue that straight to the card base. I'm grabbing my foam adhesive and I'm going to add some foam squares on the back of this banner, and I'll go ahead and peel off the release paper and we'll get that added to the front of the card just below the word the. After I adhered this down, I realized that I wanted to give my banner a little bit of shadow, so I just grabbed a yellow Ohuhu art marker that I have next to me at my desk, and I'm just coloring in what would be the back side of the banner, so where I guess there would be a little bit of shadow for it being on the back of the banner, just giving it a little bit more dimension. And then I grabbed a lighter shade of yellow to color in a little bit more on the front parts of the banner. Again, just working to give my banner a little bit of dimension and shadow. Once I was happy with how much I put on there, I'm going to grab my colorless blender and just try to blend out a little bit of the lighter yellow just to make sure it kind of dissipates into that yellow cardstock. After that, I will grab my foam adhesive, and again, I will add foam adhesive to the back of my snake image, and I will get that added to the center of my crest right above the word the. There's just like a perfect amount of room for everything that I wanted to add on this card. So I'll get that applied to this or adhere to the center, and then I'm going to grab a white gel pen. I thought about adding black highlights to my the word because it was kind of hard to see. I feel like it gets lost a little bit, but then I was really scared of messing up, so I didn't add anything to those. But I did grab my white gel pen to give some highlights to my banner as well as my snake image. That will finish off my card, so let's do a final look at how it turned out. Again, absolutely loving this new release from Popsiclesticks. Make sure you check out her Etsy shop. Again, she is linked down below in my description box. Thank you to Davina for sending me these products to play with because I'm obsessed with everything she does. But I hope this brought you some inspiration today and that you have fun. Let me know what color crest would be on your card. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!